We are live with the third installment of Control, so let's continue.
Sinper_X is now live. Streaming Control Walk Thrust Part 3. Hey guys, follow me on Twitch if you can add.
Containment. So this is my third and final playthrough for Control. Unfortunately, I can't afford to keep the copy of the game. So I'll see if I can make some more videos before I end up selling the game to help everybody out, but this is definitely the last time I'm playing this game. I love this game though, but I need the money.
Reminder, this week, any documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated.
I just want to explore logistics section a bit.
Someone needs help over there. Sounds like there's a man down.
Yeah, they have so many entrances for that one section. Now, before I do this
If
side
you would
mission,
like to donate, here is a link.
I'm going to do some more checking because I really don't remember some of the stuff. I'll have all day to sit there and try to find the proper way into this room. Yeah, you really need the power from the TV to do the mold section. I really wanted to get that out the way. I mean, if there was an easier way to get to the Panopticon, which is at the top part of this map on the left, I would have gone there first. Like, hands down, I would have did that mission first. Oh yeah, was the other part a bathroom? I always search the bathrooms. Alright, so there's a guy that needs help right here, and that's gonna lead me into the hotel. For the next Ocean View Hotel puzzle. So before I talk to him,
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks.
hey Stevie,
We followed the altered
appreciate
item
you stopping
inside,
by.
but the way it was acting, we weren't ready.
Dropping the like.
Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
Okay, this is at 1 o'clock. I forget. Because I did this on the first try. So yeah, I turned it till it rang. That wasn't it. I think you have to set them all to the same time. Yeah, that one was
Hey,
set.
thanks for stopping by and showing support to the channel.
No, this one was set already. And there's the keys.
This Wells guy can't be far. Those must be the clocks he was talking about.
Okay, yeah, so now I can upgrade the spin, which I'll need to. Level 5, let's go. So you see it teleported me from logistics to the right side of the map, which is this sealed threshold corridor. So it's basically this whole building is connected.
Shit.
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood. Let's go.
Clearance level 9. I've never even seen that type of clearance. They only give you up to clearance level 6. Alright, this is ridiculous. I just noticed that that's at clearance level 9.
What's with the clocks?
Threshold effect. This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duplicating it. Now the office is abandoned and its clock's all the way down.
Oh. In here in the corner with this sneak attack.
Locked. Think you can find a way around?
Let me see. So, you came down here for an altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Legs was said to be a simple item retrieval. But the power of that thing had, I've never seen anything like it.
I remember the anchors, the most annoying boss fight in the whole game.
Thanks.
It's the hardest boss fight in the whole game. I just noticed there's a radio is in there. I was like, man, why is it highlighting? I don't
That's
remember.
O'Neill. Shit.
So yeah, this is the boss fight in this room. And I'm in the sealed threshold hall because they sealed it into the bathroom. That's why I call it sealed. I'm not bathroom safe. I mean, I was going into the bathroom. Clocks, they're everywhere.
When it was clear we couldn't contain the Ultradite, Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss was waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
That was brave of you.
I'm the medic. It's my job.
Wait, I'm supposed to check this back room. It's the other bathroom. Alright, so. Level 2. Nope. Don't need you. Level 3. Don't need level 2. Level 3. 15. 14. Don't need the 14. Let's go. Only one corrupt sample and enough points to upgrade my spin. Hit me with your spin shot.
We're not far now.
I hate those kamikaze enemies. Always running into you and blowing up. Especially if you're not paying attention. They'll sneak right up on you and kill you. Or at least damage you enough so that you're one shot like Karen in the corner. Camping like it's Call of Duty. another level 9 door. Like, that's insane. How does this guy have higher clearance than me? I'm the director.
Come on.
And here we are, back
The
in
motel
logistics.
court is on the other side of logistics. Horowitz should still be there.
Oh, Wells, that ends Wells. Spinning circles waiting for the other guy, but he's not gonna show up because I ran too far ahead of him. Come on, bro.
Let's go. Hold on. Something's wrong.
Shit.
Horowitz. Oh, God, no. You motherfucker!
In my first playthrough, I actually trapped Horowitz in the corner and laid him out. Like the same corner he got up in, he was just trapped.
I should talk to Wells. Make sure he's okay.
If he would stop, like what you doing, bro?
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor altered item is still locked away down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts anyone else. I should go back down and contain it. Head to the executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
Thank you, Director. I'll go see what good I can do there.
Now, of course, I can't go, as much as I would love to go and fight that alter item, I still need the TV ability. It's hilarious, the TV ability to a lot of things in this game. About to teleport when I needed to go right here. Whoops. So yeah, I can get this, but until I get to the other side, I won't be able to open this other section. Come on, let me through. It's like once you get that final ability, you can't even look at your abilities here, only at the save points or control points, I should say. At the control points, you can view your abilities, and it's like that final ability is so important. It helps you do so much. Oh, crap. Oh! And there's the next death. So yeah, I just got killed again. Yeah, cause don't get me wrong, it's not like I can't do part of the mold mission. It's just if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna just do the whole thing rather than do part of it. You know. away from those guys. The mold is strong. And I don't have proper protection from the mold. That's level 6, you get the key for that from after you complete the mission with the TV.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
Yeah, this is the other side to where I went.
August 4th, 1964. We discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered event case in the New York City subhotel. Once we became aware of it,
Oh yeah, this is the one to flip that room upside down. So to do this one, you just need to get to the last room, turn the painting that's upside down right side up, and voila. But when you go back to that first room, the key should be there. And there it is. Boom.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be.
Oh!
Think
Yeah, I messed up.
Exclamation point off. Please donate to help fight Modern Warfare Dark Edition. Goal is $300. Here is the link.
Yay, because I love running through the mold. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot I opened this part. Yay. Bypass the mold. And because I did the hotel part, I don't have to do that again. I hate that the map in this game is glitched out and doesn't show up sometimes. Hey, what's up, Real Hero Gaming? Appreciate the sub, man.
Thanks for subscribing, Ray Algaro Gaming.
Oh, hello.
So this is
there
basically
something I can
leading
help
me
you
to the
with?
TV mission.
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get
I
inside.
can't skip this.
New
You
director?
guys, you need to see it.
Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items,
don't have time for
objects
this.
of power, and...
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden. Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there. Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
Still not calling them Fred.
Is the TV back in its box yet? No rush or anything, it's just, you know, an ongoing concern.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better health care. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here. How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them,
Did he say
flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor. Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no-smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me. I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Check out the Turo map to get PC gaming and PC related questions.
So yeah, abilities here. This last ability is float. So it's like these two abilities, seizing somebody and shield, you can actually skip over if you're doing like a speed run. You don't have to go through and do it. You don't even need those abilities. Like especially the shield. I don't even use the shield, as you can see. Not that it's not a good ability. It's just you need the shield for the trophy. But just going through the game regularly, you don't really need it. So you get to see the different altered items. Are locked away.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
So I originally said that it would probably be like 8 parts, but I don't know. It really depends.
Hello? Is anyone there?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God! Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My ship replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn. I can't, I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back, I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
I can't even activate that mission. Until after I finish.
Suppressing!
Airborne! Enemy
one of these doors. Like when you go around to the other side.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
The Benikoff TV. So that's the way in and out of this area, because you do have to come back here for another altered item. Oh well, this is an OOP item, so object of power, but there is boss fight is over.
That thing was Salvador. Okay. TV. Another object of power going nuts.
You're gonna sit there and fight them. That's another thing in the speedrun. You don't have to fight them. If anybody's looking to do a speedrun like I did. And now it's just been getting a lot of views. It's up to like 200 something views. I was like, damn.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
I just wish I could have monetized it. Stupid song that they force you to listen to. Because even though in the options you get to turn off copyrighted music, there's this one song you have to listen to in the game. Because it's part of the game. It's like, I would have just muted the audio for that part in the stream. Well, because YouTube is funny when you try to... Yeah, YouTube is funny like that. When you try to mute audio, they're fine with one, but if you have more than one, it seems to be a problem for them. So the fact that I think I died and had to do that part over, and it was like, oh, you have to do this part over, so yeah, you played it more than once. Basically, we can only remove the audio for one time. So with that being the case, I was like basically screwed over because I can't monetize that. I mean, it's already like uploaded and people have a great number of people have already viewed it, so it's not like I could just get rid of it. Because that's still granting views to my channel. But I mean, if I could, like if I had thought about it and known from day one. I probably wouldn't have sent it straight to YouTube. I probably would have just streamed it, downloaded it, and then re-uploaded it with that part cut out.
Dylan. He's so close.
Hello? Can you hear me? Jesse? Are you there? Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby.
Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way. We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
Yeah, this freezing thing is what annoys me whenever you complete a mission. Yeah, this is one of those places like I was talking about you can come back to after you get the key right now. Like when I go to see Dylan, I'll get the last key card. That'll give me access to most of the place. Obviously, things like those level 9 doors that the medic had to open for me, I won't be able to open because your keycard access only goes up to 6. But luckily there aren't any more doors like that I know of.
All right, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jesse.
Okay, I'm thinking of the boss fight with Tomasi. Gotta wait till one door closes for it to open the next door. Security systems in place to prevent prisoners from escaping. So let's visit the archives real quick. So now that I have the power to levitate, I can actually go everywhere and do a whole bunch of stuff. Forgot about that creature being there. Oh, so one thing about the archives too is like that creature here searching this place is kind of annoying. Now this part, when you open this, there's a bunch of enemies inside that tiny container. That guy was impaled. So yeah, this is another place that I need to come back to. I'm just really grabbing what I can. archives remind me a little bit of the Dead Letters. Press the wrong button. John Maxwell. Those things are creepy, the Threshold kids. Let's join the Threshold kids. No. Beyond creepy. Open the door, open the door, open the door! Open the door! Don't leave me in here with that thing! Ah, I would have been dead already. Because of these security messages. That thing was actually following me at close range. That would have been it for the new director.
Some of the security cameras aren't working. Let me know when the hiss are gone. I miss my desk.
I'll see you later, Langston.
Yeah, next
I'll
one
be
does
here,
give you some more
like
missions.
always.
I think after I talk to Dylan. I never did this ground pound though, or ground slam. I had got it, but I never did it. So yeah, I've been everywhere except for these last question marks around the turntable are basically the final mission of the game. So after I talk to Dylan, I'll be able to go over there, but As well as this section is the final mission, and these question marks over here as well. Same with this question. These question marks, they all lead towards the final mission. No question marks up here. So we got like 40 minutes left in this next part. I'm hoping to get through this as fast as possible while still doing everything.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in a made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall. Serious spy shit. God. I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stahl, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
See, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
What's the deal with BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
Yeah, I didn't tell him about Salvador.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. Now he's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it?
Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Hey, watch yourself out there.
So after I get this key card, I'm gonna start doing the mold missions.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal it can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him.
My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful. Hi, Jesse.
I should be going. Enjoy your data.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. Creepy. Let's join the Threshold Kids.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a near you. You walk as betrayal. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
Into the way. You've always been a near you. You walk as betrayal.
Do you know who I am?
Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign.
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The Hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can
to
you
be
stop
true.
that? Please?
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You! You came in through the hole in you! We let you in, you've always been here! The only truth! A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy!
Stop it!
Orangefield!
Shit! Shit! He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. long time for applause. We build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, baby, baby. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
And there I have it. P6 gives me clearance 6.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary. But in the I was like,
I'm gonna skip this part. I'll upload it separately. I mean, I did upload it separately.
Maybe.
It was we, but she.
Maybe.
You are a one through time.
That's
And he would put up and
Thing.
not a.
One through time. The thunder's humble.
Like maybe his in an I don't wait.
You are a one through time. The thunder's home distorts you.
So yeah, if you talk to him enough times, he keeps telling you about different dreams. So here we go. Oh.
How's it looking out there?
I'm actually going to research after. That was the radio. So this is what I was talking about earlier, about people shooting the bodies. You kind of screw yourself over when you do that, because you need that boost to get to this hidden area where you can get an extra ability point. So now I got the ability point. I can be like everybody else and start, you know, killing stuff that people killed in the beginning of the game. When everybody first got their service weapon, they were like, "Oh, I can shoot things," and you never really thought, "Should you?" Although I can't really do much with this one ability point. I mean, I can upgrade my shield. I'm going to save it because I want to upgrade my health. So let's see. I said I was gonna go do the mold. But before I do that, let me go get another hidden item. Or I should say hidden location. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Like once you get that key card from Dylan, it's like you're set for the rest of the game because you have the ability to levitate and you have the key card to access all the level 6 doors around the place and lower, so you can literally just do whatever you want from here. You can go ahead and just straight beat the game.
Ranger buddies. I should find the others.
So here we go. Back to the break room and levitate. Hidden area located. Boom. I've never gone down there. I was worried about being able to get back up. And I didn't see anything from looking. As opposed to here. Yeah, you could see that there's an item up here. So yeah, nothing to see there. And here we go, back into the rig room. La 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 la. Hidden area, hidden area. I think I forgot to come in here earlier. After I got the level 2 keycard from Ahti. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was heading to Central Research. 3 for health. 2 for levitation duration. See, I need max health. I ain't really too worried about the levitation because this is good enough for the fight with the anchor, because that anchor fight is the hardest fight in the game. It's not even like a final boss or anything. Like, that's what gets me. It's like, it's not a final boss, but yeah, it's ridiculously hard. And this game keeps freezing. Even at the loading screens, it's freezing. Let's join the threshold kids. I hate when it glitches like that and are you kidding me? In the middle of that. Another death. I knew my health was getting low and I was trying to maneuver, but they really catch you with those missiles. Because sometimes you don't even hear it. Like, he gets drowned out by the other sound going on. Well, there goes that. That was failed. So now back to Central Research. So here in Central Research, these question marks have nothing to do with the final mission and ending the game. It's just extra stuff you can do. So, well, except for that, the maze right there, that's these question marks right here, yeah, these are important. But under Panopsychology, you can't see it, but there's more missions, which I'm going to go to right now, because a lot of people, because you know, when you come in, a lot of people go downstairs and then they think, oh, this leads to parapsychology, and then they end up in the mold basement, and it's like, you're in the wrong area. Parapsychology is upstairs. Like, I made the same mistake as well. Yeah, it's something that happens on the first playthrough of this game. Hey, what's up, Super? How's it
Like
going?
Call of Duty. Then check out this funny clip.
How are you doing? Appreciate you stopping by the stream, man. Very awesome.
Pretty good. Thanks. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing good because you're here, you know? Like, everybody that stops by is pretty awesome. Makes for a good stream when you have people watching. I think a lot of people are in the chat lurking right now. So yeah, I'm going to this next area. Which a lot of people tend to go to at first, thinking this is where you're supposed to go. Because you'll end up underneath parapsychology when you finally land downstairs. But it's not parapsychology. Not that this part isn't important, but as you can see, the corridor makes it look like you're going straight into parapsychology. Which is upstairs. This is like a sub-basement.
Careful in there, ma'am. Area's under quarantine. I wouldn't go in there without talking.
Excuse me? Are you lost?
I still...
No, I'm not lost. I'm just stealing all your research. I'm a thief. I'm just kidding. But yeah. I need to do missions for this lady.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to.
Shouldn't you be in a safe room? Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct. Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
And these samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look. My name's Jessie, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Have you worked with Emily Pope?
Our paths have crossed. Darling arranged for us to have a coffee. A meeting of the minds, he called it. She's talented. I can certainly see her doing well here.
I feel like there's a but coming.
But she's drunk a bit too much of the Bureau's proverbial Kool-Aid. She shouldn't be afraid to forge ahead on her own. Science is skepticism. Everything must be questioned before the truth can emerge.
So is Darling your boss?
If you insist on clinging to
Yeah,
such
you're right.
outdated
She's not.
hierarchies,
Socially friendly
then-
call.
She's not
Yes.
friendly.
My buddy Bolt.
However, I would argue that our fields are too dissimilar for one to manage the other. Of course, Darling would much prefer to find his own miracle solution to the Bureau's fungal frustrations. He always needs to be the hero.
So tell me again how you came to work at the Bureau?
Well, like I said, I was brought in as a special advisor, a temporary position, you see. Although that's not the whole truth. I was employed here for a time, straight out of university. After a decade of admittedly fascinating work in threshold research and regulation, I began to change
You're right,
the
Super.
bureaucracy.
You're gonna die and not
I
out
needed
for
a
the ball.
change. Not that academia was so different.
You're so right.
And then the mold happened.
About 4 months ago, yes. Since my departure from the Bureau, they hadn't been able to find my equal in threshold analysis. Darling and I had kept in touch over the years, meeting at conferences and the like. He called me, and I booked a flight. I've never been able to say no to a man with a dangerous alien biosphere.
She's gonna learn today.
I had to leave my post in the middle of term, but so be it.
So she's a professor. That explains a lot. The mold seems to be having some weird effects on things.
Indeed. Even people are susceptible. The fungus grows rapidly within the chest cavity, killing the host. Luckily, one must ingest the stalks to become infected.
Don't eat the mold. Okay.
We've always cremated the infected bodies after autopsy, but I believe there may be another stage of maturity. A blooming, if you will.
I never thought the word blooming would sound so horrible. Thanks for the information.
My pleasure.
Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, this is 16%. The one I have is 18%, so I don't need this. Don't need this. This is 18, this is 18, so I don't need this. This is level 3, don't need this. I got level 4 down there. Level 1, don't need this. Level 4, 71, 65, don't need this. Boom. Okay, let's see. Mission select. So this is the area where you go.
It smells so sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry. I wonder how this mold tastes.
This place is so dangerous too.
People?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's very dangerous. Yeah, I have to make sure I get to this save point thing. As well as this boss fight, it's going to require me to have more health. But I won't be able to do the full boss fight. Hidden location. Forgot about this one. So I'm gonna record this as a separate video. Add to my hidden locations part 2.
This must be one of the samples. Yeah, finding hidden locations are pretty easy. You just gotta fly. Oh gosh, there's more people.
Now with this, you should be able to see why I always say,
Found one.
wait till you get the ability from the Benikoff TV to float, because it makes things a lot easier when it comes to this place. Because there's a whole lot of climbing and stuff that you'd have to do, and you'd have to like dash through the air and
One of Underhill's samples.
now let's get into this. Just getting near those, they'll explode.
This looks like a good one.
Oh, this leads to this part. I completely forgot about this.
This looks like a good one.
Got all the mold
That's
samples.
all 5 samples. I should get these back to Underhill.
I didn't even take the normal route down. I would have went down that side. Well, I'm not gonna go down that way. Do you know the way? I know the way. And I'm avoiding the way because it's
You look like a
dangerous.
woman with mold for me.
Okay,
I found all 5.
we found all the molds,
Right,
so I'm gonna end the stream here.
Wanted to eat them. The mold has that effect on some people. Likely due to the fact it's not actually mold or even of this dimension. I suspect it is the result of 2 incompatible molecular structures, one dominant, coming into contact. I call it mold or fungus because it's closer in appearance and behavior than anything else we know. Except perhaps bacteria.
She reminds me of my old biology teacher.
Did you happen to meet any more members of my ranger detail?
I didn't see any rangers. Just walking mold people. Unless...
Yes. If you found mold people, you found my rangers. I refer to the creatures as hosts. They, like other unwary agents, succumbed to the appetite. But that's nothing for you to worry about. The pill I'm about to make with these samples will make the lower level perfectly safe to traverse. It has the added benefit of immunizing you against the pit's toxic spores.
Feel like I should ask to see her credentials.
So now I'll be immune to any mold I find throughout the game,
Didn't take too long now, did it?
as well as I
Ingest
can go down
this
to the
pill,
lower level and
then
do the
go
boss
and find
fight.
the source of the mold. Only there can we begin to understand how to stop it.
Take a mystery pill because a rude lady in a hazmat suit tells you to. Great
Yeah,
idea,
before I
Jesse.
end the stream, I was normally gonna keep each video to 2 hours,
Honestly, did you want me to wrap it in cheese?
but I think I might just do this boss fight first before I do end it.
Stinks in here now. Good. That means the pill is working. The worse it smells, the safer you'll be. Now go. Find the source.
Thanks for the information.
My pleasure. I'll get back to you.
So she did have another mission, which is weird. I don't see it here. I think it may have been after you complete the boss fight, where you're supposed to look for people running around as mold spores.
This must be the pit Underhill was talking about.
So I'll just do this Mold 1 boss fight. And then end the stream with that.
Squad Captain Lopez, reporting on Expedition 17B. At the formation now, we know these things from the previous visit. The link to the base is still standing. It has a light flashing, so we can get the area mostly. Over now.
The further I go, the worse it smells.
Technically, if I go to the left, that will lead me straight to the boss fight area. Gosh. These molds are so powerful, though. And that's another death. Yeah. Yeah, I think after the boss fight, a couple of mold hosts escaped, and then you get a mission to find them. Cool thing is you start from up here, so you literally just hop right on down.
Squad Captain Lopez, reporting on Expedition 17B. At the formation
So before going to a boss fight, yeah, I just want to
They're all dead. These things. There are so many.
I got all the items. If I die, I can just run straight back down here to fight the boss, which is down right here.
Is that the source? It's kind of pretty.
Pretty dangerous. Ah, that sucks. I died. But yeah, my first playthrough when I did this, I died like maybe a few times, and then the boss glitched out and froze. So I just stood there and shot it till it was dead. But for those of you, I mean, obviously I don't know how to replicate that glitch. Hopefully it happens again. I was pretty much doing the same thing I was doing there, hiding behind cover. But if anything, what we can try to do oh, that's a corrupted sample. So I could level up my gun. So yeah, you just run past these enemies here.
Is that the source? It's kind of pretty. Nope.
So it does launch toxic gas, as well as it fires these little missiles at you, which you can dodge. The toxic gas is what will get you, because it launches, it's basically a plant with 3 heads, and it's like when it launches its heads at you, it does a lot of damage, but that's not enough to like really finish you off. So thing is, what will get you, what's the trick with this boss is that when you shoot the boss, it drops healing items, you know, the healing items that you need to get your health. But unfortunately, those items are actually located at the base of it, where you can find the poison gas at first. So it's like you have to wait for the gas to disappear to pretty much be able to so I could boost my damage with that. I really do need a better reload speed. And this is Shatter 23, 30. I don't need it. 23. I don't need this if I have level 4. Don't need level 3 if I have level 4. This is 41. This is 40. Don't need that. So this is 26 and this is 23. Don't need this one. So I'm at 18. This is 18. Same thing. Level 3, don't need it. Level 3, don't need it. Level 2, don't need it. So this boss fight, I've died a few times at. This is like, in my opinion, the second hardest boss fight, next to the anchor. I mean, it's almost on par with it. Like, no joke, it's almost on par with the anchor boss fight.
Is that the
Now there's
source?
spores on the ceiling.
It's pretty.
Best bet is to just grab a hold of them and
Nope.
launch them at it, because done real quick.
I need to stop.
That's why as hard as
recognizing
this
all the weird shit in this place.
boss fight is, I was able to take care of it fairly easy. You could probably go through this whole game without dying if you actually do everything correctly. I would love to do that, like a no death run. Fighting every single boss. But that anchor is gonna piss me off.
Captain, note 7.25. Under will send us down before the next threshold.
So I could teleport up to the active threshold, which is upstairs. And then from there, because there's no way to climb back up from this boss fight. So from here, then I can go over to the mold lady or scientist, and then talk to her.
And you're not sprouting mold from your eyes. I take it that means my pill worked. Now tell me everything. Did you find the source? You did, didn't you?
I found a big angry plant. Like gigantic. I killed it.
You killed it! You found the source and you killed it! I could have learned so much from a live specimen.
Her concern is touching. Really. It's too much. Here, I brought you a sample.
A piece of the innermost mold. You're not such a lost cause after all. Strange. So different, even superficially. Another stage of growth, perhaps.
Please, no more stages.
You'll be pleased to know that cutting down the creature at the source has already resulted in a notable cessation of the mold's rapid growth. You've bought me time for further study.
So what now?
I'm glad you asked. While you were busy in the pit, a number of mold hosts were sighted beyond the threshold. They managed to sneak out without the Rangers noticing. There's a reason I didn't send Steve and Andy to find the mold source with the others. These vagrant hosts must be eradicated as soon as possible. The mold can still be spread by their overgrown bodies.
Any idea where they went?
The hosts I've observed are not a sprightly bunch. Here are the reports I've received. They'll help you find them.
I'll go take care of them.
Good.
So yeah, I could save this
And
part
be
for
quick
the
about
next video.
There's a nice way to say that.
Because I'll go into more of my explanation. I mean, my exploration
Thanks for the information.
Oh, note to self.
of the different areas.
Laboratory door.
So this is the mission I was talking about, mold removal. You just gotta go to different areas and find a couple of the mold hosts. There's more than one in each area. So I'll teleport to... I guess parapsychology, and then end it there. Thank you all for watching, and for those of you that tune in later on and watch this video, I appreciate it. Don't forget to, help the channel out so you can see future games like this being explored to its fullest. Just by liking and subscribing, and tell others about the channel. Share the video with others. This is your boy Cinex signing out.